Hey church, pastor's note time. So I've noticed in my home, I'm sure it's similar in yours, that we're spending a lot more time watching screens. I think during lockdown, with work not happening the way it was, and now with the kids continuing to be away from school, the screens are grabbing a huge amount of our attention, and obviously the companies behind that are designing them to do that. So whether it's Insta or Facebook or WhatsApp or Netflix telling us to binge watch the next season, the screen grabs our attention. And I think what I'm concerned about in this season is this negative news cycle grabbing our attention the whole time. There are a lot of things in this country and elsewhere in the world that are not operating well as governments scrabble to try and make sense of the pandemic and their response to it. I think it's easy to be negative and to find ourselves focusing so much on the negativity that we're anxious and uncertain and despondent. And so there are a number of places in Scripture where we are called to fix our eyes on Jesus. One of them particularly is to fix our eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith. And there are some lines out of one of the songs we used to sing in the church that we are to look to Jesus, and the things of the earth will grow strangely dim in the light of his glory and grace. And I guess that's my hope in the season, that somehow we would look to Jesus, spending time in Scripture together as families and individually, that we would spend time as families and individually praying, connecting with him, looking towards him, finding our hearts moved by gratitude for all that he is doing, finding instead of despondency a sense of hopefulness in Jesus, instead of sadness a sense of joy, even though this is a very difficult season for most of us. And so my hope and my prayer is that you really would fix your eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith, and that you would find in him hope, joy, and peace. Just a couple of practical things. It's obviously been a difficult season, live and then not live, back on video again. So until we hear something further on the 15th of February, we will continue with services online. It would be really great if you kept joining us and pass those on to others to whom you may think it might be useful for them to connect with both the church and then hopefully ultimately with Jesus himself. In part of that is that we're in men's ministry. We're looking at having an event on the 10th of Feb. We have postponed that until we have some clarity from the government as to what the next bout of restrictions look like, whether it's going to be eased or held where it is. We're uncertain about that. And then obviously with being online, we've got a need for some particular volunteers. And so if you have some ability with music, with video editing, if you're keen to be trained up to operate our sound desk, if there's some way that you think you could contribute to our doing services online, which we want to continue indefinitely because we're having something of a broader reach than just out of the valley. We have people gathering from around the city and in fact people connecting with us from around the world, and we want to keep doing online as well as we can. It does take a huge amount of time, energy, and effort. And so if you have some abilities or skills with any of the online platforms or with video editing, or would like to help our bands record for the online, and we will train you up on the sound desk, this is a great opportunity. Many of our other ministries are not operating at full capacity and probably won't for a long time. And so there is an opportunity for you to volunteer in these places. So please do drop an email to diane@proteavalleychurch.org, and we will connect you with the relevant people and get you serving. And so my final encouragement is, whilst I won't see you, you will see me, and we will gather as the church on Sunday to worship in our homes. I pray that not only would you go to online church, I pray that you would be the church in every place that you are in this coming week. And so may the Lord bless you and keep you, and we'll see each other on Sunday.